Hey guys, welcome back to Hugs and Honey. I am Mama. Good to see you. So today we're going to talk about something that you might be feeling. Maybe someone you know feels this way. But we're going to talk about the fear of spiders. So a friend of mine just revealed to me that that he is petrified of spiders, and I think it's a really common thing to fear. And so I just wanted to read a little bit about spiders, about arachnophobia, which is the fear of spiders, the phobia of spiders, and then some tools and tricks that you can use to sort of overcome your fear of spiders. And so it says like 5%, 5 out of 100 people in the United States have one or more phobias. Women slightly tend to develop more of them than men, but the fear of spiders is called arachnophobia, which means arachne is the word for spider and phobos is the Greek word for fear. So this extreme fear, we're talking extreme fear, is arachnophobia. It's not just like, there's a spider and you run away. It's like you really get, I'll read to you some of the symptoms of extreme fear of spiders. But most of us just have like a normal, healthy fear of spiders. And so I just wanted to kind of shed some light on spiders themselves and what we can do to make ourselves feel better. For those of us who don't necessarily have arachnophobia per se, but we might be scared of spiders. So the extreme fear of spiders and other 8-legged arachnids, like scorpions, for example, may actually be an evolutionary response, which means that we've learned over time through evolution of humanity, that spiders, specifically poisonous ones, have long been linked to illness and infection. So there's a good reason why we are afraid of spiders, and some of them can be poisonous, right? And they can create, bad spider bites when you receive them. So it's a natural response for us to feel fear and avoid the spider. So it's totally natural. Our evolution throughout history and time, humans have been bit and it's manifested as illness or infection. And so of course we are used to being afraid of spiders. They might even make us have like a disgusted response, like, ugh, I don't want to have anything to do with this spider. A lot of people will kill the spiders when they see them, or they might even just, leave the house, or they have to leave the area where the spider is, just so they don't even have to be present with it. So sometimes it can be so debilitating, which means it can stop us by doing so many things, that we are physically and mentally not okay. And so some of the characteristics of arachnophobia, if you're like really, really scared of spiders, could be that you get dizzy, tremble or sweating, feeling of losing control. You might have a rapid heart rate. Like you might feel really hot or really cold. You might have some chest pain. You might feel like you're choking, like you can't catch your breath, or you might feel nauseous. So these are also signs of it, but there are some things that you can do to feel better about the spiders and try to make friends with our spider friends that are around us. And so, you can do counseling or take medication, which I really, really urge strongly against doing. I don't think that taking medication or anxiety medicine to help you with the fear of spiders is the number one best way to go. I think that there's a lot of things that you can do beforehand before you start taking medicine for something like this. I would urge you to not take medicine as much as possible if you can help it, so that you can kind of talk your way through and understand what about the spider is freaking you out, so that you can get to the root of the problem rather than putting a Band-Aid on the problem, which would be taking the pill. But if you have to take the pill, please take the pill. But I really would like to try to help you avoid taking pills or medication if you can. There are some relaxation techniques, some meditations that you can do to help you with your fear of spiders. And so my number one thing that I would recommend that you do whenever you're afraid of anything is to learn about what you're afraid of, to learn about the fear, to understand it better. So if you are afraid of spiders, then teach yourself about spiders, learn about their behavior, learn about which spiders are in your area, your part of the world, how they like to live, what they like to eat, what their behavior is. Because that can help you understand a little bit better about them and what makes them work, what they're looking for, what they're afraid of, and what they like to eat and how they like to live, so that you can avoid those areas. So you can think about that. You can learn about the spiders, and instead of being phobic or fearful, you can actually become an expert. You can, become the authority on spiders for yourself, for your family, for all your friends. And once you know about them, the majority of spiders are harmless. Like there's only 2% of spiders in the world that are actually harmful, that can hurt you. And then the other ones just freak you out and scare you. And you have to remember too that we are so much bigger than spiders. They probably are more afraid of us than we are of them. Can you imagine? Like we're like a big giant compared to them. And they might run away from us if they see us coming toward them, which is normal, which freaks us out, but still they're gonna run away because you're like a huge giant coming to get them. And so they're trying to escape. So they might run away, and if they feel pressure, they feel like they might get trapped, they might bite. So these are ways that they defend themselves. And so that's what they're doing. They're defending themselves. So you can learn about the ways in which they defend themselves so that you can avoid putting them in a situation that they have to defend themselves, because you know about them, you're educated about them. And then you can also sort of, in your mind, you can kind of talk to them and create like an agreement with them and say, okay, if they're in your room or somewhere where you see them, you can kind of say, okay, you stay there, I'll stay here, we're good. You kind of create like a little agreement with them, which is just kind of fun. That's just kind of a fun thing to do. And then you can also think about movies like Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web is a great movie that tries to help humans understand the beauty and the purpose of spiders. Because spiders are actually really, really important for us as humans. I was looking at a different website that told us all of the wonderful things about spiders. They're really, really good for us, and we actually wouldn't be around without spiders. Spiders are necessary for humans in our own evolution and in taking care of what's the right thing to say? Just taking care of the status quo of life and the bugs, and getting rid of the bad bugs. And I'm not explaining it very well. Maybe I'll have to learn a little bit more about that aspect of spiders. But basically, Charlotte's Web is one of the movies that we can watch, one of the stories we can learn about that can help us have a different relationship with spiders. So there are a few things that you can do, right, to help you overcome your fear of spiders. So learn about them, and so that way you can avoid them. You can befriend them. Remember that you're bigger than them, and they're more afraid of you than you are of them, if you can believe it. And you can sort of negotiate with them and talk to them. and also just change your perspective of the spiders and realize that they're actually really good and healthy for us to have. We actually have to have them. And I just want to say something which might gross you out, that some countries like South Africa, for example, they have really big spiders there and they eat them. Yeah, they eat them. They probably put them on like a skewer or something and barbecue them or something. So people in Africa, certain spiders might be feared, but in South Africa, people are probably unafraid of spiders. So it kind of depends on the way you look at spiders. They could be dinner, or they could give you a heart attack. So anyways, I just wanted to bring that up today. I know it's kind of a funny thing to bring up, but it was part of a conversation that I had this morning, and I just wanted to bring it up because it's something that you guys might be afraid of. And it's always nice if you can to kind of capture the spider in like a plastic jar or something and release it outside so you don't have to kill the spiders. Let's try not to kill the spiders. And you know, I am a single mom, and so I don't have anyone else in the house who can get the spiders for me. So I've gotten really good at you know, capturing the spiders and releasing them outside and not killing them. So it takes courage, guys, a lot of courage, and understanding that spiders are not there to hurt us. They are there to help us, that we need them, that they can look scary, but they're actually really good creatures. And they're very patient. They can teach us a lot about life. We can talk a little bit about spiders maybe another time, and because I have two spiders in here. There's spider and then there's tarantula in this animal spirit book. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about that today, and then bring up Charlotte's Web, and also the itsy bitsy spider, right, who went down the water spout. He got flushed down, but then he dried off and was able to walk away. So you don't have to worry, you know, if you flush the spider down the drain, it's probably going to be fine. So anyways, for all of you, you know, heart-centered young adults who are concerned about the animals, I'm happy that you are, the animals and insects and arachnids and all the different species that we have, that we share this beautiful life with. So it's really about appreciating even something that doesn't seem like we can appreciate it. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to share that with you today, and help you out of your fear. In any kind of fear that you have, you can use some of these tools, okay? You can, my favorite go-to thing, my number one tool is to learn about the thing that I'm afraid of so that I can understand it better and I can realize it's probably not something I need to be afraid of. So I just want to share that with you and let you know that I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you, and I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.